My name is Sara Bower, and I am sexist. I have grown up in classrooms seeing the walls lined with pictures of all the powerful male presidents, watching movies and fairy tales about brave men and damsels in distress. And I've grown up in a household where my dad makes the money and where my mom left her job to become a mother and a wife. So due to these environmental factors, outdated gender stereotypes have become integrated into who I am. So I am sexist, not on purpose, but I am. And while I may have these biases and I may be sexist, I am a feminist because I believe in equality. I believe in equality because we should all be treated equally. And that's all feminism is. So I'm here today because I believe in equality, I believe in feminism, and I believe in change. We should all have equal rights and opportunities, but sexism divides us. Sexist stereotypes have led to those in the LGBT+ community to be ostracized and discriminated against. It has led to men feeling like they need to act manly and not being able to express their feelings appropriately. And it has led to women acting ladylike and submissive and excusing the inappropriate touch of a man, a hand on the thigh at a meeting, an unsolicited grasp at a party. Now, according to a study by Cornell University, 84% of girls have been catcalled by the age of 17. And yeah, what's the big deal? Some guy complimented your breasts? Maybe you just need to learn how to take a compliment. Except we know what we're wearing, we know what we look like, and you don't need to tell us. And it is a big deal when we have to look behind our shoulder with our keys splayed between our knuckles to see if our admirer is following us. Now, as a part of a bigger story, I told a male friend of mine some what I considered to be minor incidents that had happened to me. But what was weird about it was that he stopped me, and he said, "That's horrible." What? Maybe he misunderstood. I mean, something that happens so often, it can't be bad, right? So I continued, no, I mean, it's fine, it happens all the time. And while it was heartwarming to hear him, I realized that now I was the one condoning the sexual harassment that had happened, that I, a self-proclaimed feminist, was only propagating the idea that these things are okay. And maybe I'm just making too big a deal out of nothing. Except according to RAINN, or the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, every 1 in 6 women in the United States have either endured rape or attempted rape. And to be clear, it's almost 90% of these that are actual rapes, not attempted ones. And of course, these are only the sexual assaults that have been reported. And for the most part, they go in silence. Now I'm 17, and if one of my friends get raped, if I get raped, it'll be awful, it'll be traumatizing, but it won't be surprising. You see, women aren't naturally hostile and suspicious towards men. It's what we've been taught. We've been taught not to be too trusting, because what if they're one of the bad ones, and what if they try to hurt us? So all men have become guilty by association. And no, it's not fair, but it's a survival tactic for women. If a girl gets drunk while she's out with her friends, she is guarded, because otherwise some guy might take advantage of her. And maybe we are just overreacting, except according to RAINN, every 98 seconds, someone in the US is sexually assaulted. So you know what I want? I want a world where I don't have to be afraid all the time, afraid that when I go to college, that I'll be the 1 in 4 girls that endures rape or attempted rape. That I'm afraid when I go into a big city alone, or I'm afraid when I have to leave my friend alone with a man. And maybe I just have to accept these facts. But what I want to do is to break the damn silence, because we need to have courage. Courage to start standing up and calling out the candidates that try and divide us, and to vote for new ones, and to run to become the new ones. If we want change, we need to teach equality in our homes and our schools. And we need to recognize the biases that we have. We need to establish and participate in more organizations like the AAUW, who let our voice and our message be heard. And we need to have more. Tarana Burke's, Rosa Parks, Michelle Obama's, Malala's, and Hillary Clinton's. But maybe I'm just overreacting. And maybe I've just made too big a deal out of nothing. But maybe it's time for change, and maybe it's time we stop labeling and we stop all the sexual harassment, and maybe the time is up, and maybe it's time we stop saying maybe. So raise your hand, keep talking, and don't let yourself get interrupted, and have the courage to defend your opinions. And don't ever stop fighting, because together we are strong, together we are powerful, and together we can change the world. Thank you.